Good day, everybody. Let's do something a little different today. 2008 Yamaha VX1100. We're going to do an oil change in this thing. Because I've noticed what Dad does is fiberglass work. He repaired the nose, and my uncle did the paint work and such on it. But the deal of it is, we discovered to change oil in it. The filters are a little bit hard to find. Well, Dad just said the oil is doggone $12 a quart for it. Alright, so we got the top of the engine here. Of course, this right here is where you're going to put the pull the oil out of it and put the oil in. But the trick we had to find, really I say a trick, was just to find the doggone oil filter alone. Looked around several places on the internet, and I just busted my knee on the shin, on the trailer. Looked around the internet several places. No one could really give a definite answer as to where the thing was. So we kept looking and looking, and we discovered it. Let me get this stick and point it out to you. Okay, look where I'm at on the motor. This is where you're going to put the oil in. It goes down inside that reservoir. Here's your valve cover. Watch where the stick goes. Let's see if I can hit it right. Make sure I get the camera angle right too. Right there at the end of my stick is the filter. See where the exhaust here is coming back? Right in front of that is where the filter's at. It is shoved down in a hole. So Yamaha's not going to make it easy on you. So, alright, let me get the tools ready. We're going to start changing this filter out and get the oil out. Alright, we've already pulled some of the oil out of it, but just so I give you guys a demo of the nifty little pump. And you guys can either, well, that one YouTube video I have about using the suction pump, the airline, you can use that, or I'll put a link down below where you guys can get a pump to pull this stuff out of here. But basically, just drop it down inside there, and got a jug right there. Pumps it right out.
The rag is because the pump's leaking, got a brand new and it don't even work.
Bought a brand new pump, it don't work. So this is an old pump right here that's got leaking, so wrapping a rag around it to keep from making a mess. Yeah, you do that redneck engineering, do what you can to make it work. So
you can get them pumps a lot slower at Walmart that for a lower unit on a boat.
It's a good idea. Go to Walmart, get the lower unit pumps. That'll work great on these.
It's slower.
Lucky, it's puking oil.
Over there's that pump that's talking about.
And here's another little nifty pump here that you can pick up at your local department stores. And it's for lower units on the boats, but what you can do is, or you right there pump the oil back into it. But you just simply, if you want to pump the fluid out of it, stick this inside the reservoir here where that's at. You'll stick that down inside there and just pump it right there. It's slower than the pump we're using on it currently, but hey, it still works. It gets the job done. See down yonder? That's where it's at now. I just dropped it. But you got the point. Now, after you get all the oil pumped out, you can see it's having to come in from the side where the exhaust is. Arm going up the side there and getting to the filter. And there's a rag under the filter because there's really not much way of whenever you pull that filter off the block, you're going to lose some fluid, some oil. So having something underneath to try to minimize your mess. Okay, you look at the new filter here. This little socket set right here. What'd you say you got these? Harbor Freight, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my dad picked these up at Harbor Freight. Handy little things. They come in a multi-pack. You can grab different filters. This little bitty one worked really good on this. And if you've got, just be sure I'm telling you guys the right number. It's the Yamaha VX1100B-G. And here is your filter part number if I can focus on this. Well, just in case, Yamaha number, it's a Denso number, 5GH-13440-50. So we're gonna cram my arm back down inside there again and put the filter on. Yeah, 10 foot. It's kind of a bear to get down inside there, people. It really is. One thing I wanted to point out before you put the filter on, see the ring has nice and shiny. Make sure you put a little oil on it because you don't want that ring sticking to the block. If it does, next time you go to change the oil in, you take off the filter and you're not paying attention, that oil ring sticks to the block and doesn't come out with the filter. You're going to double stack your O-rings, which will cause one serious leak first time it fires up. Oil leaks equal blown motors. Pay attention. Put a little oil on it so it doesn't stick to the block. Let's top off the oil. Now, everyone, what I discovered how to get the filter on, like I said, if you see this, I guess control box, whatever, there's the exhaust here. The filter's like way down inside there. You can see we got the rags to keep to catch the oil. The filter is like way down. I mean, I can't even get the camera angle right to show you where it's at. But I ended up taking my left arm down through here, turn around this way because I'm laying on top of the motor just about. My right arm's coming in from behind the exhaust here, coming in this way, coming like underneath the exhaust. What you see where my thumb is here, go under the exhaust, come back this way with my right arm, turn the filter here, support it with my left hand. It was a trick, but I got it in there. Alright, what you're looking at here is the oil. This is out of the manual for the Yamaha VX1100 itself. Well, you can see it's had better days. So anyway, there's your weight of oils recommended for certain temperatures. In this area here, our Yamaha shop is pretty close to here, where we get a lot of our stuff for our motorcycles. Recommended this right here. So that's what we're dumping in it. Okay, what you're looking at here is the again, we're looking at the specifications of the service manual. Total engine quantity capacity of the block is going to be 4.5 quarts, but that's not. Whenever you change oil in the motor, here is what you want. When you do a filter, a little over 2.3 quarts is all you need. It is a bit deceiving when you look down here, see total oil quantity, and you see the 4.5, because being a dry sump motor, some of the oil is still left circulating through the system. So you still have some oil in the engine whenever you change oil. So if you change it with the filter, right there's how much you need, the 2.3 quarts. And at $12 a quart, you don't want to buy no more than you have to. Now, the oil and everything in it, we're going to check it real quick. Pretty much the procedure checking the oil in this thing, and I called the Yamaha shop just to confirm my suspicion, my thoughts, is the fact of, you put the 2.3 quarts in it. It does get its cooling from the lake, ocean, wherever you happen to be running at. So if you fire it up just enough to let it circulate, but do not let it run long enough for the engine to get warm. There are other procedures, if you're going to let it run for a long time, that you have to run a cooling through the system that you must follow. Call your local dealership, if you're running a Yamaha or whatever kind of jet ski you have, call them, get the proper procedures, because you can mess up a motor quick if you don't do it right. You got to start the motor before you turn the water on. Right, you got to you got to make sure the engine's running before you turn the water on. Otherwise, you'll get water going inside the valves. Now, you can see at the top mark. So I can hang this dipstick here. Here's your full mark, and the oil is good. So that's how you change oil in a VX110 Yamaha Jet Ski.